World, please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human...
Welcome to another episode of Movie Review Top Show. We talk about all the movies anywhere in the world, and I got you for a movie today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the era of sci-fi making a big return into our screens. We're seeing everybody pulling up. Marvel's pulling up, DC's pulling up. Marvel pulled up in a big way recently. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host, Patrick, and we are checking out Fantastic Four. I don't really need to be saying too much for an intro about a Fantastic Four movie. Every one of you knows who I'm talking about when I say the Fantastic Four. We've got a live action movie to talk about today. Did it hit? Did it miss? Let's find out with this review. Without any further ado, let's get into it.
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
Boys and girls, it's Marvel. It is a Marvel movie, and therefore there is only so much that you can expect to go wrong with the cinematography here. They don't play around with their sci-fi cinematography out there in Marvel, I'll tell you that much. The cinematography was like, it's everything you think that you see in a comic book brought to real life, especially the kind of extraterrestrialness of the Marvel cinematographic universe, or cinematic universe as it's called, especially when you're dealing with the Fantastic Four that have villains like Galactus, like things that are so out of this world, things that are otherworldly, extraterrestrial, things like that. Futuristic, and you see that in the cinematography here. You also see, so I had a personal problem with The Thing. I feel like The Thing was animated or CGI'd better in past iterations, but it was still possible. Things like the Human Torch, absolutely spot on. I really like that. When they use their powers, there was nothing tangy or, looking amateurish about the cinematography. So it's Marvel. I can't really say too much about that. It is Marvel. Cinematography was top notch. Colors were right. I love the costumes for the Fantastic Four. Yeah, top notch, A1, whatever. Give them their pearls.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald.
So we see some great acting performances here, but I'm going to focus on one. I'm going to focus on him because people somehow have a problem with him, and I think that this is a bit weird. People just seem to develop problems. Like everything is going okay, people develop problems in their mind. What is everybody's problem with Pedro Pascal? All of a sudden, people are talking about, oh, Pedro Pascal is in this movie and is in that movie and is in every movie. Well, because he's a really good actor. How about we start from there? Because his performance as Richard Reeves was absolutely spot on. I loved the performance. It gave the Richard Reeves is supposed to be, apparently, in the MCU, the smartest man alive. And he was giving that energy. Like, he was giving, it's like you're talking to a mesh of a scientist stroke philosopher or whatnot. Yeah, it's a very, very vivid character. And his acting was great. Pedro Pascal doesn't miss in his performances. If you doubt me, go watch Game of Thrones way back when. Really good actor. And some of the scenes here, when I watch the Fantastic Four, I'm all for the massive displays of the otherworldliness. I'm all for watching things like, Galacticus being something that you can never imagine to see in real life and immerse yourself in that world. So I love the scenes where they display that. I love the combat scenes, of course. That's why you watch, an MCU movie, but also the larger than life scenes, the scenes that make you feel like, imagine if this was real. So those scenes, I feel like those would be the ones that would capture anyone's imagination if they watch this.
What is that? Get us out of here, man! Hold on!
Are we safe?
I don't know.
The clock is ticking.
So apart from cinematography, which is kind of like just, it's pretty much academic if you're talking about a Marvel movie at this point. But I think that the cast for this movie was also very strong. I also love the fact that this movie felt like a break. Everything with the MCU seems to be a continuation from one point and a beginning to another point. Whenever you watch, it's almost like Marvel have forgotten how to make a movie that you can just go and watch for the movie itself. You kind of like need to know some things in the past to be able to enjoy what you're watching right now and also watch it with the mind of what is going to mean for something in the future. I've seen people go watch a Marvel movie and halfway through the movie, they're already looking forward to the post-credit scene and what that tells them about the next movie. But this movie had for a special different way, it felt very singular. It felt very, on its own. It was a story that you could love, enjoy, and understand without having too many details about previous events or anything like that. And I love that. That was really nice. It was really enjoyable to just go see a movie and take it for what it is. So yeah, I love that about this movie. Like I said, strong cast as well. It's Marvel. Cinematography is always going to be top notch. But I think if we dial it back a bit and want to talk about some of the cons, I've got to say some of the thing. This is a Marvel thing. I've got to say this. Some of it's a bit over the top. Like some of the plot points, it can be a bit over the top. They have a thing now. I don't know. They've got this business going on with Disney, which I feel like affects them in that way. But Marvel, you do not always need to be funny. Let me say that again. You do not always need to be funny. Sometimes let serious things just be serious, and we can deal with that. Not every time you do jokes like you did with Thor: Love and Thunder or Ant-Man: Quantumania or the other movies that flopped. And speaking about flopping, it was a big thing when this movie came out. It did not, it's done well in the market. It's done well with the big screen, silver screen. People are going to see it, but people were wondering, was it going to be Fantastic Four that'll make more money, or was it going to be the Superman movie? Well, I'll tell you this much, it's not the Fantastic Four movie that made the most money, I'll tell you that much. And that tells you everything you need to know about how well the overly funniness did. So yeah, that was a big con for me, and I think it was a big con for anybody too.
Going to find a solution. We are gonna make it right.
You don't want to just crush him?
I like that. The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
I think for the sake that it's a Fantastic Four movie, I think you should see it. We don't get these coming every day. We don't know when the next one's going to come around, but you should go see it. But are you going to miss a masterpiece if you don't see this movie? No. This movie is not, it's a side-by-side, it's a play-by-play, it's a nice movie to just watch. You don't have anything else going on. But it's not something that you are missing out too greatly on if you don't see it. So see if you want, don't see if you don't want to. I've given you my opinion. Catch you all in the next episode. You have a great time.
We'll face it together. As a family.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!